What up, guys? Welcome to our very first episode of the Barbell Brigade Talk Show. We miss doing these things, and I'm really excited to bring this back. We got guests Silent Mike and Loud Nick.
Oh.
Am I kind of loud? Nick the ear.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna ditch that, dude.
Really? You
Was
don't
that
like
a
that no
fighting
more?
name?
Yeah, you know, I think I'm past my fighting years, bro. I think I'm just Nick.
All right, Loud Nick then.
Nick the Lover.
Nick. Ooh.
I'm kind of a lover, dude. I like to give hugs.
I like that.
to give handshakes.
Nick the Lover.
High fives.
Silent Mike, and today's topic is probably one of the juiciest of them all, pun intended.
As juicy as these? Show 'em, dude.
Steroids?
Yeah.
Show them.
Would you guys?
Yes, I'm gonna take them. Yes, dude.
Yeah.
I would love
Thank
to
you guys
take
for
them.
watching. Would you guys take steroids?
I'm too scared.
From anywhere from TRT, right, to ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bam, like Deca or D-ball or some shit.
Whoa, you know an awful lot about these chemical substances.
I
you
just read
said.
about it.
like
I
he's
read
on
about it
something,
somewhere. I read about it somewhere.
I don't know, like a Deca D-ball, halo testing, I don't know. Something like that.
Would you guys ever, have you guys thought about it? What are your thoughts about it?
I get this question a lot.
Do you?
And I think about it every waking hour.
You get this question because people keep suggesting, hey, you probably should jump on some steroids, you need it.
It's
Or do they
because
think
I'm weak.
you're on steroids?
I haven't gotten, which I know I'm not jacked currently because I haven't gotten an allegation in like 6 years. I used to get a couple. Maybe the crowd I was with, but also maybe how jacked I was.
But in all honesty, are you a lifetime natural?
I'm taking nothing, man. So I remember going to like a local GNC. It wasn't GNC. It was like a mom and pop's place when I was 18. I had a strength and conditioning coach my whole life. He moved away, and then I was like a meathead by myself, trying to get in shape for college all on my own because he moved states. And I went to this local GNC thing, and I had never taken something in my life. Luckily, the gym I went to, it was a bodybuilding gym, and my dad took me to the coach, and he would like ask the front desk guy, who in hindsight was juiced to the gills. And my dad asked him like,
In a collared shirt?
Yeah, no, juiced, bro.
Busting out of his sleeve.
And my dad would ask
I
him
know
like,
one of those guys.
"Hey, what should I, get him to eat? Does he need like a shake or something?" Because my dad wasn't really a meathead. He's like, he played college football, but nothing. What should we do? And he's like, "You should probably just go get him like a nice teriyaki bowl after training." Which in hindsight's fucking sick advice.
Yeah,
right?
that
I'm
is
a high
pretty
school
good.
kid,
Yeah.
That's pretty
especially
good.
coming from a juice gill. So this is my first time in a supplement store. And I'm fucking looking around like, I'm about to get jacked.
This will make me look like Rocky.
Dude. And this is probably 2008, 9, 10. So most things are pretty, I wouldn't say regulated, but
What
it's
about
not,
some Jack 3D?
it's
you get
not,
some of that?
So it's the era of that, which is a little weird, but it's not the era of like, this protein has an insane amount of test in it. You know what I mean? That's a little more 90s, early 2000s.
What era is that?
So like early 2000s in the 90s, supplements companies would spike their stuff.
Whoa.
So then you take it once, you get real results from a protein shake or
Guess
whatever.
what? You're on the team.
And then they would take it out, and you're going to continue to buy it because that's where you got the tea.
Holy shit.
So I did take some pre-workout stuff, and I still to this day have never felt that good. I did biceps for like 3 hours straight, and I felt like I was a god. So
Pumps were massive.
Because you
or
think
what?
it was like a laced
I
one?
don't think so. I think it was just the first time I've had like that level of like caffeine and stuff. I didn't drink coffee.
Yeah.
Energy drinks weren't a thing in high school.
Yeah.
Long story short, I've never taken like a SARM or anything.
Yeah.
I took a bunch of like protein stuff in my early 20s, but I've never done a SARM, peptide, nothing. The only way I would do it now is if it was like life-changing money, I think. Hey, Mike, we're remaking Mario and Luigi live action.
And Mario's gonna be shirtless.
And yeah, when he eats the flower, the fire flower, we want him to be jacked.
It's gonna be you.
Yeah, it'll
dude.
be you.
You'll be fucking Jack.
And here's like $1 million. I'll be like, all right, yeah, I'll do a little cycle to get.
Yeah.
If it's life changing, I would do it.
But what about like, so for me, the reason why it's always on my mind too is
We're addicts, dude.
it's always on my mind because, like, first of all, what they say is it's really hard unless I think, maybe even if you're a doctor, but it's really hard to predict how your body responds to it, right? 100%. Some people get crazy acne, some people
a wild
zero.
card, yeah.
Some people balding, some people no problems.
Or even the positives.
Yeah.
People have different receptors. Some people, I've known guys I trained with who took lots of shit, and they were the weakest dude in the gym.
Yeah.
And they were taking more than pros.
And some people take beep beep.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, 100%.
And so like, but seeing like, when you're like, even like in crypto or whatever, right? Like when you're investing, you always see the success stories.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this crypto of a steroid, and I'm always like, man, I know dudes that eat
You're trying to get the
pizza.
Dogecoin drug.
Yup, they eat pizza and they got a six-pack,
Yeah.
and their dicks poking out their shorts all the time.
He's got a fly honey on his shoulder.
And they got a Lambo.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even
You
know
do
how
steroids, you get a Lambo.
It
dude.
just comes naturally with
It
one.
comes in the mail
It comes with it,
Just Lambo keys with your
They're
syringe.
like, here's your deal, here's your sponsorship,
Yeah, and I'm like,
the Lambo.
man, that's pretty tight. Versus here, like, there's times where I'm like, fuck it, stick it to the diet, and I'm still like 18% body fat, you know?
it's hard, yeah.
And I'm like, and or you work your fucking ass off for like a year to maybe put 10 pounds on one of your lifts.
Yeah. Do you think some of that is that internal though? To me, the reason I say no always and never do it is because I know it's all external pressure. I've been in the industry so long as you guys have, and like everyone's fucking jacked and shredded year round. But I know, and that's all cool and up to them. But I know they're all taking stuff. Like I just know that won't make me feel better.
You're asking me like if I was stuck on an island by myself,
Right.
would I care about if I'm jacked?
Or if you didn't own a gym. yeah, kinda. Or if you didn't own a gym.
Because it does seem a lot of it is money motivated. right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's so much easier to sell a guy who looks like a freak.
100%.
Especially,
or even success.
yeah,
or
for
even
sure.
prestige.
Yeah.
Because people ask me all the time if I'm on steroids.
Of course.
They ask me all the time, like, Nick, what's your stat?
How do you like
I've
divert
never
it?
been choked so hard, Daddy.
Well,
What was that?
Not even the choking. They're just like, they look at me and they go like, oh, it looks like you do steroids. And I have to tell them, to their surprise, that
Yeah.
I don't take a thing.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, that's it, dude.
I claim lifetime natty,
Yeah. But
but
is this an exclusive?
Is it
But-
a drop?
First time story.
honestly, like if I wanted to be truly honest, I don't even know if they could test for this, but I would need to test because of the late 90s, early 2000s GNCs, because I had the same guy,
Yeah,
right?
you're just taking shit.
You go to, like, you would go, and I'm first, like, when you're in high school, you don't have money, so I'm always buying the GNC brand stuff, right? They're like, oh, you got to get the Gold Man, that's the multivitamin, and then you got to get the protein, the mass gain or whatever, and then I would just go back every week, and then the next time I see this dude, this guy's fucking like, face is like
Red.
this, his veins all over
looks
like
like a
this.
beet.
I'm like, whoa, what the
Yeah.
fuck? I'm like, how did that happen? He's like, dude, nitric oxide and creatine. And I'm like, oh,
I gotta get me some
shit.
creatine.
I didn't know if I stacked those two, it's gonna look like.
How crazy is it people still think creatine is like a steroid?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Or like BCAA.
Yeah, that's going to jack you up.
Yeah, but I would just take all those things, and then eventually when you start going, oh man, fucking that GNC brand stuff's for pussies. And you start taking like, what are the other people? Oh, they had like a locked plexi box.
Yeah,
They still
dude.
do, I think.
Yeah, they still
Give me
do.
that shit. And who knows what's in there? It's possible, but I would have to do like a full blood test. Because I never took anything intentionally, but I could have got some fucking weird shit out of those, the locked plexiglass ones.
Dude, you go to the right supplement store, you could find
Yeah.
some shit.
Well, especially nowadays, dude, all these kids, TikTok, like SARMs.
SARMs,
yeah,
dude.
peptides.
What is SARMs?
I don't know the like technical, but like it's basically level 1 steroid. Like, yeah.
But it's not as good as like testosterone or anything else.
I think some of them have just as good benefits,
Really?
but I've heard some have harsher sides and less studied sides, and I don't know.
Because it's a newer thing on the market, right?
Yeah, and it probably just none of it's regulated. I mean, the truth is none of this shit's regulated, and that's the truth. And so, like, even with protein shakes, like protein bars, not to be the old wise dad that's ruining everyone's fun. Like, that's fine.
Nah,
like,
do
you can take them,
Do it.
but like just go eat a Chipotle burrito.
Yeah.
You know, just get your body weight ish in grams of protein a day. Like, you're gonna be okay. You really don't need anything. 5 grams of creatine, maybe a strength stack from Barbell Brigade might help you out pretty decent. But you don't need all this shit. You really don't.
Because most people just don't eat enough protein in general.
To
That's
begin
it.
with.
Like,
to begin with.
Even
Just
people
eat enough,
Even
right?
people
Like-
in the game.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
they don't even know. Like, yeah, man, I get a good amount of chicken. Like, all right, track it. Let me
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
And they don't get enough.
They're
They
like
don't.
50 grams a day.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, oh, I don't know why I'm not jacked.
Right. Or even like missing a session here and there. Like, yeah, it's fine. You don't have to make the gym your life. But if you miss a session here and there, and then like now it turns into every other week, you're missing a
Yeah.
session. Your gains
You
are
gotta
gonna suffer.
you gotta plug those holes up before you start
You
looking
really
for the other
do.
stuff.
You really do.
Yeah, you guys are boring, just like me. Because I don't take steroids either. But let us know if that's something that you're interested
Doesn't
in.
sound convincing.
Sorry, I'm not cool, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, because the sexy thing is to go,
I know, the
and then the
sexy-
Lambo comes in a fucking mail.
The sexy thing would have been, we're going to run an experiment right now, and I'm going to start my cycle live on this channel. That would have been it.
That's what we should do.
And that will probably be this title of the video. And if you made it this far in the video, be sure to subscribe and like, but I'm sorry we're not doing that.
Low key though, I do want to do one of those hormonal panel tests, and I'm almost hoping they go, I'm sorry, Mr. Kwan, you have low test.
You know
like,
what's...
yes! this.
I don't even know if it's responsible to say this, but like people are like sleep depriving and food depriving themselves to lower the test before they go get the
That's
doctor
irresponsible, dude. That's irresponsible.
That's what Bart's gonna do. You just gave him the idea.
That's irresponsible. But I am gonna sleep deprive
Sure.
myself before I take the
I
blood
mean,
panel.
considering you're 45 years old, you should probably go get a panel.
You probably are sleep deprived anyway.
I know. So I got low tests anyway.
Yeah.
Give me the fucking D-ball, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys next time.
Talk to
Peace.
D-ball.
Straight to D-ball.